Hi, what's up guys? I hope you're doing well. So in this edition of my video blog, I wanted to make a video for people who experience issues with their wrists. Now, anybody can get wrist issues. It doesn't just have to be people who are active or like using it a lot. It can be somebody who is using their mouse on their computer. It could be driving, like you're engaging your wrists in a lot of activities that you would normally do. But if you're also into yoga, Pilates, or if you're going to be joining me in my Pyo group, this is a video that you want to watch. Now, when you're doing yoga, you do a lot of moves that involve putting weight onto your wrists. You do a lot of downward dog. You do a lot of downward dog to plank. And you're putting a lot of pressure on your wrists. You're doing side planks, lots of pressure on your wrists. Pretty much everything involving yoga, when it comes to floor work, puts a lot of strain on your wrists. So what you want to do is focus on making sure that you're doing wrist warm-ups before you actually engage in this sort of activity. If you're in my Pyo group, I want you to do this every time you do a Pyo workout, because if not, after workout, when you put a lot of stress on your wrist, it's going to be sore. And you don't want your wrist to be sore, you want your core to be sore. So yeah, do these wrist exercises along with me. So I didn't even really know wrist exercises were a thing until I did a Strala yoga training, and I talked to Tara Stiles about my wrist hurting after because we did yoga for hours and hours. I was like, my wrist is hurting, what can I do about that? Is that weird? And she's like, man, we completely forgot to talk about wrist exercises. So after that, she talked about wrist exercises. She showed us all these awesome things that we can do. And I definitely have found that really helps when it comes to doing yoga. And my wrists aren't really sore anymore, and they're stronger and they're awesome. So I hope I can help you. So for the first exercise, I want you to form two fists with your hands and just focus on the tops of your hands and place those on the mat. And I don't want you to place really any weight on your wrists. You're just going to extend your elbows up and down. Do this about 10 times. It'll get your wrists going, warmed up and nice. Just going to go up and down, no pressure on the wrist. The second thing, I want you to get on all fours. See if you can kick your cat off the yoga mat. And you're just pretty much going to want to spread your fingertips as wide as you can and lift up and down. Again, don't place too much weight on your wrist. It's just all about kind of getting the stretch in there and getting it prepared. The third thing, you're going to want to turn that one hand out toward you and just kind of move around wherever it feels good. Whatever feels good. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You just kind of want to do exactly what feels good for you. Now this is a really good stretch for your back, for your wrists, for everything. You're just going to kind of stick your hands under your feet, press down with your feet, and stretch your wrists, move them around however feels good. And then you can flip it for a different sort of perspective stretch. You can bend your knees to get deeper, whatever you want. Thanks for watching.